All right, guys, you're almost done with your math lesson for today. Miss Mold's going to have no voice after this. But let's review your math boxes in case there's a problem where you got stuck. Okay, let's start with number 1. Solve. Use a fraction tool if needed. Circle all of the correct answers. So we know that 4 1/6. So here is our problem. 4 1/6 plus z equals 12 4/6. So remember I taught you in the lesson we had the other day to try to turn this into a subtraction fact in order to solve. So if I have 12 as my total and 4/6, I want to subtract that 4 1/6 for the missing value. So I know that 12 minus 4 is 8. 12 minus 4 is 8. And 4/6 minus 1/6 is 3/6. So let's see if any of these answers are this or something that is equivalent. I know right off the bat 16 is too much, so it can't be A. It can be B because that's the exact answer we have. It also can be C because remember 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. They're equivalent fractions. So C is correct and D is not correct. 5/6 does not equal 3/6. So the fraction is wrong even though the whole number is right. All right, let's go to number 2. We should be partial quotient experts by now. So we're going to do 6 divided by 84. And I know that I could take out 10 groups of 6, which would give me 60. And I'd be left with 24. And I know that 6 times 4 is 24. So I have a remainder of 0. And I'm left with 14. So 84 divided by 6 is 14. All right, let's look at 3. 3-digit by 1-digit multiplication. So 6 times 5 is 30. So I'm going to put the 0, carry the 3. 6 times 6 is 36, plus 3 is 39. And I know that 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. So 465 times 6 is 2,790. All right, let's go on to B. The number model is 752 times 5. So I know that 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 1 is 26. So I have to bring up that 2. And 7 times 5 is 35, plus 2 gives me 37. So my total is 3,760. All right, let's look at 4. Circle the fraction that is not, very important, that is not equivalent. So let's look at just A. So ignore B and C for right now. The fraction we're seeing, what fractions are equivalent, is 3/4. So which of these choices is equivalent to 3/4? Okay, 6/8. That is equivalent because 3 times 2 is 6 and 4 times 2 is 8. So this is equivalent. All right, let's see if this one is. 3 times 2 is 6, but 4 times 2 is not 12. So this is not equivalent, so we're going to circle it. All right, 12 and 16. 3 times 4 would give me 12, and 4 times 4 gives me 16. So this is an equivalent fraction. And let's look at 15 times 20. 3 times 5 equals 15, and 4 times 5 equals 20. So that's the strategy that you should be using for B and C. So I'm just going to give you the answers. So 4/5, the not equivalent fraction in each set, was 16/32. 16/30ths, 16 over 30. And for C, it was 20 over 35, 20/35ths. All right, let's see number 5, the reasoning. Write 3 equivalent fractions for 3/8. Explain how you know they are correct. So the 3 equivalent fractions I would pick would be 6 16ths, 9 24ths, and 12 over 32. And I would get this because when you multiply the numerator and denominator, because remember, whatever you do to one, you have to do to the other by the same number, you get an equivalent fraction. It is the same strategy I did to solve for A. All right, keep working hard, guys.